Hello, my name is Erin Johnston. I work for St. Bernard Parish School District and teach at Joseph Davies Elementary School. I currently teach second grade, and in this lesson you will see my students working on 2-digit and 3-digit addition problems using a variety of strategies. This is something that they will use forever in the future. It's really something that they need to master before they get to third grade. This is something that they should have complete knowledge of and be able to do it with absolutely no problem before they even enter third grade. That's when they start taking the LEAP test and things get a little bit harder for them. So knowing that they master this in second grade is my main goal. This was a lesson that we built upon. So we started off very basic with 1-digit numbers, and we worked from there. We talked about, first we just built onto the place value chart and how to draw out these numbers, and then we built on from there and we went into 2-digit, and we worked on really lining up the vertical way and how to make sure everything's lined up. We work in 10 frames, and we really dig in and get in those manipulatives and things that the kids can use to make sure that they were ready for this part. And from here, we were able to move on to 3-digit addition. My overall goal for my students is to make sure that they are fluent in vertical addition before they leave me. So when they get to third grade, the goal is for them to be able to just do this without even really thinking about it. So my job is to make sure that they are presented with manipulatives and everything that they need to be able to really understand what this addition problem is. What does it mean to bundle a 10? What does it mean to bundle 100? It really gets into explaining that the number 14 is 110 4 ones. The number 137 is something that can be added if you add two numbers over 7 and 3. We're going to get a 10 here, so we have to take that 10 and bundle it. It really gets into teaching these students what that actually means. I have a variety of students in my class. I have some really high students, I have some average, and then I have some students that truly struggle and need constant help. So what I've done in my classroom is I've made sure that I've partnered my students with someone who actually needs more assistance with someone who really understands. And on top of that, I've made sure that the student that understands is also very helpful and is able to teach these students, not just show them how to get the answer, but actually explain these problems to these students. So I try to pair my students like that. We are going to start with our number talks, okay? So look at this problem right here. Give me a thumbs up when you have the answer to the part that belongs in here, okay? Thumbs up when you have it. Thumbs up when you have it. If you're struggling, look, we have part. This is the what? Whole. Good. This is the whole. So we need the part. Amir, what do you have? What belongs there? 4, okay. Kenley? 40. Remember, if you have the same answer, hand down. Anybody else? DJ?
It is 34.
34, okay. Does anybody have anything different? Something different?
60.
60, okay.
70.
Remember, we're not just going to guess now. Focus. 70.
And a number can't be bigger than like the whole.
That's right. Are any of these numbers bigger than the whole? No, right? So we're on the right track, okay? Now let's go in and see if we can figure out which ones we know right away we can get rid of. 4. Why can we get rid of 4 right away?
That's a number. It's not enough.
All right, show me a hand. Why? Henley.
It's less.
It's less. It's 4. But it's 4 what?
One.
Ones. And if we put 4 ones plus 4 ones, what are we going to get?
24.
What are we going to get with 4 ones plus 8? Does this number end in 8?
No.
So right away, this can't be it. Okay? Now, is there any other one that we could just get rid of right away because of what we just said? Raise your hand. Because of what we just said, raise your hand. Is there anyone we can get rid of? Bailey?
34.
34. Why, Bailey? It ends in a what?
A 4.
And we just said it can't end in a 4 because that changes my ones. So now, each one of these ends in what? A 0, right? So these are 10s, okay? So these are okay because if I add 0 to 4, what do I get?
4.
4. So we're good here. Now we have to take a look at our tens place, okay? So if we're at 2 10s and we're trying to get to 6 10s, how many 10s? 2 to 6. How many 10s do I need to add? Tip of your tongue. Ready? 4. So my answer is 40. Because if I put in 40 here, that will give me 2 10s plus 4 10s equals 6 10s. Good. All right, Isabella.
120, 121.
Does anybody have anything different?
No.
Kenlyn?
122.
122. Anybody else? Okay, Kenley, explain to me how you got 122.
Oh, mine's wrong, isn't it?
I don't know, is it?
Because 2 plus 2 is 4, and that would be 154, I think.
So what should you do first? Take from the what?
1.
What's 2 minus, everybody hold up 2, minus 1 is 1. So you should have a 1. Then we go to our 10s, and we have how many 10s?
2.
How many 10s? 5 minus 3 equals 2. And then do we have to take any hundreds away? No. 121. Kiss your brains. Oh, you're so smart. Ariana, can you explain to me what you needed to do for this problem?
I needed to subtract because 42 they added 20 and they got 42, but that's not the answer, so you gotta subtract 42 minus 20. 2 minus 0 is 2, and 4 minus 2 is 2.
Good. So
So
he had
22.
22 before
Yeah.
they added 20. Good. That's excellent. Kiss your brain. Okay. Today we're going to start by reviewing 2-digit addition. What is 2-digit addition? What's 2-digit addition? Let's see. Okay, the number has 2 digits in it. Good job. We're taking a number with 2 digits and another number with 2 digits, and we're adding them together. That's what we've done in the past, okay? We're going to review that first. We're going to do 2 different ways. Who knows the 2 different ways that we've learned with adding? Bailey, what's one of the ways we've learned to add?
Vertical.
Vertically. What does vertically mean? Show me with your hand vertically. What do we do? Up
and down.
Up and down. Good. That's vertically. What's another way, James, that we learned to add? Using the what? We did the vertical. What else do you have on your desk? What are we using?
The 10s and 1s and 100s.
Right. The place value chart with 10s and 100s and 1s. Okay? All right. Then, after we review that, we're going to focus on adding 2-digit numbers to 3-digit numbers. If you know a 2-digit number is a number with 2 digits in it, turn to your partner. What is a 3-digit number?
It's with like 3 numbers. And they have like like expanded form with like 320
Not only did I hear somebody explain that a 3-digit number is a number with 3 digits in it, but I also heard some people giving examples. You're doing a great job. Can you tell me what's missing on your vertical way?
If you have three, then we don't have enough to take away 8.
So tell me what 8 and 3 is, because we're adding. What's 8 plus 3?
8 plus 3 is 11.
11. So how do you show 11? What is 11?
1 10 and 1 ones.
What's missing in your tens, please?
My other 10.
Yes, can you put it for me?
Yes.
Great, okay. So now you have 4 plus
9. So 9 plus 4 equals 13.
Great. And then we had 1.
So 13, that means 14.
14. What's missing? Yeah, you didn't put your extra 100. Great job. Okay, I know you got the answer, but you have to put your extra 100 here, okay? Good job. I believe my objectives were met. I constantly monitor my students throughout my lesson. So the way I see if it was met or not is to actually read their faces. Are they getting it? Are they just looking somewhere else to see if somebody else is getting it and they're just kind of copying? So I know that there are still a handful of students who need that constant support, but for the most part, the objective was met that day. Next time, I think what I would do is the students who are truly struggling, maybe pull them and do some foundational first grade lessons with them to make sure that they are getting the skills that they need. If they're not where we are yet, they need some background information. They need to work on those foundational skills. So maybe pull some of those students to the side and work with them on that. After this segment, we split into groups, and I take half of my students and they get on Zern and they work on the lesson that we were working on in class that day. And then I pull the other half of my students and I really monitor with the problem set, the Eureka problem set, to see, are they getting it? What do they need work on? This is where I'll work individually with students and pull students that need to be pulled. Also, one of the main ways that I see if my objective is met is by using the Eureka exit ticket. So that day we had 2 problems that they had to answer. And after reviewing these problems and looking at it, I had about 5 kids that still needed extra work the next day. So I pulled them the next day and we worked in a group together to practice this algorithm. A lot of times students wonder, what do they need this for? This is something in math that we use daily, even as an adult. So I find that this is such an important skill that my students really need to master. Math is such an important lifelong skill that they will need.